Today I'm going to modify the grip on a tool. I'm going to show you how to make those changes. We're not going to use any plugins. The new Roblox updates made it pretty easy. So let's go ahead and see what we got. I got this club right here. That's what we're going to do. Brah! So it's nice, right? It's fitting his hand really well. It's even matching the angle somewhat, and I could probably get it even closer if I wanted to. But I think that's pretty cool, and you don't have to rely on a plugin. Let's go ahead and get started. I have an empty base plate right here. There's nothing in it. Let's start out by creating our weapon, our tool. So we'll go to Workspace, hit the plus, and we're going to hit Tool. There we go. You can't see anything yet because there's no parts in the tool. Let's go to Home tab, Part, and I have cylinder selected already, but if you don't, cylinder. Cool. That's going to be our weapon, like a pipe or something. Let's move that inside the tool. Now, in order for a player to pick up something like a tool, you need to have a part called handle. All right, and the handle and the weapon is going to be the same thing for us. Let's go and change the size of this so it looks more like a pipe. I'm going to go down to size. I'm going to say 4 and then maybe 0.3, 0.3. Bruh, that's pretty good. Looks like a pipe. All right, now, if we pick this up, because it's a tool, so we should be able to pick it up. The tool has a handle. It's not going to be quite right. We're going to have to change some stuff. Let's take a look, though. Bruh, right in the middle. It's not facing in the right direction, and we need to change the grip, right? And that's where people use the grip editor, but we don't need the grip editor. It's not that hard to change a grip. Let's get the tool, and we're going to go down to grip. We have the position. Now, this is the x-axis running this way. I can tell because I can see it in the key. You might not be able to see it. It's like red right here. So if I change my x on the grip, it's going to change where I grab the handle. I'm going to change it. Let's move it this way. It's in the center. Let's move it down a little bit because we wanted to hold it like a pipe or a club. I'm actually going to add a positive number. That's going to move it to the left. So it's a little bit counterintuitive adding these numbers to grip, but it doesn't take long if you play around with it to get it working the way you want. So this whole thing is 4 studs. I moved it to 1.5. We're going to grip it right around in here. Let's try it out. And here we go. Not bad. Now what we need to do is change the orientation. We need to move it like that. Let's go to our tool. And then, oh, look at that. Orientation. What should we change? Well, if this is the X, the Z is pointing towards me. Let's rotate it on the Z axis, right? So that it rotates in this direction. So this number is X, this number is Y, this number is Z, the third number. Let's make it 90 degrees. Hit enter. We'll hit play. Let's try it out. Boom. Look at that. Straight up and down. That's not bad. We might want to make it maybe 80 degrees so that it's kind of more in line with his natural grip, or we could actually change how he's going to hold the tool, but that's a little bit harder. Let's just change that 90 degrees to 80 degrees. Let's go down here. 80 degrees. We'll hit the play again. There we go. Where's the tool? There it is. Not bad. You can play around with that number. A little bit crooked, but not that bad. But you get the idea. You can play around with it, get better at it. Another thing I want to do is I think I want it to lean back a little bit, right? So we got another angle we have to deal with. Let's hit the stop. And we'll go down to hit tool, go down to orientation on the grip of the tool. Just through trial and error, I discovered that changing the Y on the orientation gives me the angle I want. I mean, you could try and figure it out with this X, Y, and Z, but after you get to moving things around a little bit, it gets a little confusing. Sometimes trial and error is just easier. So we'll hit the play. Let's take a look at that. There we go. Looking pretty good, right? And you might even want to change that like 1 or 2 degrees just to get it just right. Underneath here, you could see, you might be able to see that that weapon is slightly in his hand. Let's change that just for academic purposes. Nobody's really going to notice that in a Roblox game, but it's nice to play around with it so you know how to make things just the way you want. For that, I'm going to go to Tool, and then for grip position, I played around with that, and I'm just going to move that Z position to 0.1, right? So it's important to play around with this, see how the numbers work out for you. That way you don't have to have a degree in analytic geometry to try and figure out what's going on. But I think this is so much easier than that grip forward stuff they had before. Look at that. That's almost perfect. Yeah. Now, it doesn't do anything yet, right? We have to do that in another video. We'll do a club animation and do some damage. I just wanted to do the grip stuff today because sometimes what I do is I just put a handle separate to the pipe, and then I just change the handle. But grip is easy now. They modified it in Roblox with one of their updates. Now you can just figure it out. It's not too bad. I will see you in the next video.